You want to get more clients. You want to make more money. Well, podcasting is the way to go. If you build an audience, you're going to have built-in clients from that audience. So let's talk about it. Podcasting is that thing today that everybody literally ought to be doing if you have any sort of business. You've got an entrepreneurial type of deal going on, and you want to make sure that you got people literally to sell to. How do you ensure that that happens and continues to grow over time? The way that you're going to do that is through podcasting, through creating videos, content creation. That's the way to do it. I'm excited to talk to you today about a very simple tool that actually helps you tick off all the boxes on the things that you need to do in order to create that long format content and do it with ease. You see me as much as you see me watching my YouTube videos, watching the podcasts that I do. It is literally how I continue to grow my client base. You grow your client base by growing your audience. That audience is your feeder system for your clients. I mean, where else are you going to get them? Sure, you can do things like running YouTube ads, running Facebook ads. You can spend that money, but they're one and done. But let me just tell you, when you create a podcast, or even if you're on other people's podcast, in particularly, if you're going to be committed to making sure that you have a YouTube channel, you can have your Facebook, you can have your Instagram, your LinkedIn, and all of that. But no one's searching for your content on those platforms. What do I mean by that? YouTube is one of those places that, well, it's the only place that I call an intent-based platform, where people actually go there to search for things that they're looking for. They literally have a problem that they're trying to solve. And if your business, if your product, your service doesn't show up in that, you're not going to get new clients. The thing about it is, it doesn't matter if you made the video 1 day ago or 10 years ago. That video is still searchable on YouTube. I want you to commit to making YouTube your platform to create content on. Sure, you can distribute it to other mediums. And I'm actually going to show you how to do some of that today with a very simple tool. You stick around to the end. I'm going to give you all the goodies on that and some bonuses as well. So why do you even need to create a podcast? The podcast is the thing that is so much different from an ad. It's so much different from, paid attraction, right? It's so different from that because people have an opportunity to just come and see you, hear you, see your expertise on what it is that you actually know how to do, what it is, the problems that you can actually help them solve. They're able to see you in action. They're able to see that you know what the heck you're talking about. And when you do a podcast, or even if you're interviewed on someone else's podcast, what happens is that they spend time with you. Now, one of the things that you need to know, for every hour that someone spends with you, it's gold. If someone spends an hour, I'm not talking about just in one sitting. They could spend 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. But if they're spending hours with you, they're likely to become some sort of client in regards to some offer that you have or product or service that you have available to them. So there's some key points you want to make sure that you really understand when it comes down to literally developing a podcast. One of the things that you want to make sure that you do, you want to make sure that you have a schedule for your podcast. When are these things coming out? And I can tell you that the planning side of this usually takes more time for me anyway than the actual filming of the thing. The filming of the thing is the shortest thing, but the planning of it, what are you going to talk about so that you don't sound like you're going all over the place? What is going to be the flow of the show? How is it going to appear to folks? Are you going to have backgrounds? Are you going to have lower thirds? Are you going to have words on the screen? There's all these things that you want to take into account. Now, don't even stress out over all of that because look, you can start with your smartphone. I say all the time, all you need is a microphone, a camera, and a solution to a problem. You've got two of those things on your smartphone. You've got a camera and a mic already on your smartphone. So you don't have to worry about that initially. Don't worry about having fancy gear and, all this kind of stuff. Start with what you have, because let me just tell you, your content is king. It is not the video production. It is not all the fancy graphics. It is just you disseminating the information that people actually need to have. Now, one of the things that you do want to focus in on first, if you're starting with your smartphone, which is great, you want to up-level that audio. people will forgive not so great video. No one wants to listen to bad audio. People will tune out on things they can't hear. If they can't hear you clearly, that's going to be an issue. So you want to make sure that that's never an issue with that. But once you have down your schedule, once you have the flow of the show down, you're off to the races. Now it's just about, if you're starting with your smartphone, set that bad boy on some sort of tripod or something like that. I've always got one sitting on my desk here just in case I need it, because I do use my smartphone from time to time to go ahead and just record a quick video if I need to. I don't usually always use what you might call an elaborate setup, right, to go all in with. But start with what you have. That is the most important thing. You start where you are and you start with what you have, because let's just put it this way. Your first 10 videos are going to suck. They just probably are. If you've never been on camera, if you've never allowed yourself to be on film, right? So just go ahead and assume that they're going to suck. But now you've got your schedule. You know what it is that you want to talk about in this episode, and you just go down your bullet point. Make a bullet point list, please. Just make a bullet point list and go down that list. Now, the thing that I really am excited about sharing with you today is all about what I've been using to actually do my live streams, record videos with, and things of that nature. This is going to be powerful for you. What I want to do, I want to share my screen with you. This is StreamYard. Is this the one I want to share? I think this one looks a little better. StreamYard is the tool that I use. And you can go ahead and grab your free copy of StreamYard. The link is going to be in the description. But let me tell you what you have the ability to do with StreamYard. Now, if I go to StreamYard, and I'll just go ahead and put myself up and add myself to the screen, but I'm going to mute myself there because I don't know if it's going to cause a problem with what it is that I'm doing. But you can still hear me. So you can still hear me and see me. So this is all good and all great. The features of StreamYard that I want to focus in on, you can add a logo, right? This is the logo section. If I put that up there, you see powered by StreamYard. What I can do also is if I go in and let's just say I want to grab one of my logos, and I'll just do a search for logo and say I just want to add this one in, it's going to add that up there so that I can press on that and boom, that's the logo that pops up there. Now, if you get the free version of StreamYard, it's just going to show the StreamYard logo that's right there. But that's not even a problem with that. People won't even notice. They won't even care that it said powered by StreamYard. Some people get embarrassed or whatever because they're using a free service. Don't. No one's going to care that you're using that. But if you do get the paid service, you can go ahead and pop your own logo in there and make it appear where you want it to appear, which is going to be, right in the top right-hand corner is where it's going to go. I'll just turn that off for now. Now we've got different overlays that you can use on screen. Like if I showed this overlay, it's going to have that right there, StreamYard, right? We've got another one here that I made myself. This is an overlay. It has my logo and it has my social media links that are down here in the lower right-hand corner. You can make these overlays in something as simple as Canva and just export it as, clear background, transparent background, so that you don't get it white. If you don't do it transparent, it's not going to work out very well for you. Even if you're in the midst of the show, I'll go ahead and turn this one off and you see it says I can hide it there. Like sometimes when I'm doing a show, I might want to put an actual image over the screen to show something. Like I did this one a couple of days ago on a live stream. Just pop that image up to show something that I wanted to talk about. Now, here's where some of the things get really exciting when you're doing a podcast or whatever. Now you're going to notice these little buttons down here. Now I can't use or show this one, but this would have, if you see this right here, it's going to have a side by side. So that would be you and the person that you're interviewing would show up right there side by side. Then you have this one that would show you a little bit more separated, and you could actually have a background on that as well. If you've got 3 guests, they're right there. You can switch around with that. This one is a share screen. So I can do this and share the screen this way. I can share screen by clicking here and I'd be in the lower left-hand corner, or I would just have the screen. And what I can do is if I go ahead and hit present and I want to share a screen, let's just say, hey, I'll share my Canva screen here with you. Now you're going to be able to see my Canva screen. This is just crazy, right? So I can go in and start doing a lot of different things with this. So if I click on this, it's going to show me in the lower left-hand corner. There's not two of us here, but if there were two of us here, it would show me like that, or it can show it like this. These little things down here just make things so super simple to be able to have a great podcast. I wish I did have someone else on with me right now so that I could show you the side by side views, but I can't show you those things. But this gets very intricate when it comes down to really being able to do some impressive things in a podcast. And I haven't even gotten to the best part yet, right? Now, if you're going to do like, let's say you do a live stream or a live broadcast, there's things you can do as far as countdown timers. StreamYard comes with its own countdown timer. It'll count you down with music. I have my own that I created that I use all the time to count down with. I even put in commercials. I put in a commercial so that inside of my videos that I'm doing, I can just show a commercial. When it's over, it'll just come right back to me on screen. Now, obviously, I'm set up to do a live stream Friday, March 17th at 6 p.m. So we're not doing that right now. So we're not going to hit go live. But what you're going to notice is that I'm going live on Facebook, two of my Facebook pages, my personal page and my business page. I'm going live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and on Twitter. Yeah, you can go live on Twitter as well. So let's go back here so I can get out of my studio and you can see this. But if I go to videos over here, I want you to see some things here. All the videos that you create inside of StreamYard are saved here. Now, there's something very magical that you can do with this as well, because let's just say you create a video podcast, but you're kind of like me and you want to strip out the audio in order to be able to go in and upload it to an audio podcasting site. Let's go back here to broadcast and I'll show you how to do this. If I go back to enter my studio, this is the magic of what happens. So when you're in the studio, you go ahead and if I look at my settings, it's got my camera. If I look at audio, it's got my microphone already set up, ready to go. But now if I click on the recording tab, you can record locally for each participant. What does that mean? It means that you get a clean feed of just your video and the guest has a clean feed of only them on camera. So magical when it comes to repurposing content. And then also what this is going to do is record audio and video. So you're going to have literal audio tracks that you can just download and upload to wherever you need them uploaded to. These features inside of StreamYard, they make podcasting magic. At least to me, it does. It makes podcasting magic. Now, there's going to be links in the description for a lot of different things that you can find out about. StreamYard is one of them. Some people are going to have questions in regards to audio gear equipment, video equipment, accessories, different things like I was holding up earlier, like a little tripod. I use so many different things in studio. It's crazy. You don't have to do that, though. You don't have to go all out and all in to start. The important thing is that you start. The important thing is that you get going. This is, if you don't start doing this now, as far as podcasting goes, and I'm going to say in particular video podcasting on YouTube, it's going to get harder and harder for you to catch up, and you may just get lost in the weeds. You've got competition out there for whatever it is that you do, and you want to make sure that you are ahead of the game with all of this stuff when it comes to content creation. Content creation is our access. Podcasting is our access to our client base through the audience that we build. If you never build an audience, you don't build a client base. People always talk about an email list, and I remember email lists used to be the rave 10 years ago. People still talk about building an email list, and you probably should or may want to. But what you actually want to build is an audience of engaged followers that are interested in what it is that you have to say about the topic that you're talking about. I talk to a wide range of different folks inside of Earl Hall Studio. Many of you know I am a voice actor. I do voiceover. I do video promo creation for entrepreneurs like yourself that don't know how to actually make a promo for their business, their product or service. Everyone needs a promo. It's one of the things that we offer at Earl Hall Studio. The other thing I want you to make sure of, there's going to be a link in the description. I literally have a free content creation course that you can go in and grab and start learning how to do some of this stuff and start getting more comfortable with what it is that you need to understand about content creation. There is a voice that all of you have. There is a certain level of expertise that all of you have, that is going to make a difference to someone else. And some people may say, well, I'm not that advanced. I don't know a lot about the topic I want to talk about. The thing is, there's always somebody one step behind you, and you literally need to just stay 1 or 2 steps ahead. And you do that through your research. You do that through the conversations that you're going to have with the folks that are with you on your live streams or with you watching your content. The thing I also want you to know, there was one key feature, and I told you I would tell you this about StreamYard. I can't show you it because I'm not live. But when people comment, like you saw, I'm broadcasting this Saturday or Friday at the time of the recording of this video. On Facebook, 2 of my Facebook pages, my personal, my business. I'm broadcasting on YouTube, I'm broadcasting on LinkedIn, and I'm broadcasting on Twitter. I'm multicasting. You can do the same thing. But what is so cool is that when people comment or they ask questions, you can literally throw those comments up on screen and address them. You can respond to them just on the platform that they are on so that it doesn't bother the other platforms. StreamYard gets that intricate. There's going to be videos, I'm sure, that I'll make going deeper into each of these topics. But do me a favor, or do yourself a favor. If there's a certain thing that you want me to talk about when it comes to podcasting or StreamYard in particular, leave me that comment or question below. And if you do definitely want me to go deeper in on StreamYard, leave the comment below, or I'll go deeper on StreamYard. Just go deeper because you're interested. Just leave me the comment, go deeper. I'll see them. And believe me, I will come back and make you a video that you will love. I hope that this has meant a lot, but there are a lot of key features in here in StreamYard, and there's a lot of reasons to do podcasting, a lot of reasons in particular to do video podcasting. I'll see you on the next video. Hey, thanks for watching this video. We've got a ton more. I want you to go ahead and watch this next video over here because it's going to definitely continue to help you to start, build, and grow